And shalom. Welcome to Cover with Jeremy Pyers. And today is part 7 of the Book of Enoch. It's quite an exciting read, honestly. Every time I read it, I love it. It's just same thing with the rest of the scriptures. Every time you read it, you'll see something else new. And it's amazing. And welcome everybody in the chat and those who join when I'm not live. So I do this live every Sunday evening. I was actually thinking of switching it to every Shabbat evening. And a lot of people don't know I actually live stream. Yes, I live stream. I'm able to live stream without 1,000 viewers because why? This is my YouTube channel that I've had since basically YouTube began. So all I did was convert it and I was allowed to live stream right off the bat. So thank you for joining me. And please like and share. I get asked all the time and surprised when I share my channel and they're like, whoa, you do videos? And it's amazing because I share it literally every week on my page, but okay. Anyways, thanks everybody for joining. I guess we will jump right into it then here. Let's see. Oh, come on. Is it not, hold on. There we go. Give me just a second. See, I had this already and then technical difficulties. Alright, so we left off on chapter 59 last reading, so we'll be starting on chapter 60 in the Book of Enoch from the Eth Sefer version. So chapter 60. Then another angel who proceeded with me spoke to me and showed me that the first and the last secrets in heaven above, and in the depths of the earth, in the extremities of heaven, and in the foundations of it, and in the receptacle of the winds. He showed me how their ruach were divided, how they were balanced, and how both the springs and the winds were numbered according to the force of their ruach. Excuse me. He showed me the power of the moon's light, that its power is a just one, as well as the divisions of the stars, according to their respective names. Every division is divided, that the lightning flashes, that is, that its troops immediately obey, and that a succession takes place during thunder, in continuance of its sound. Nor are the thunder and the lightning separated, neither do both of them move with one ruach. Yet they are not separated. For when the lightning lightens, the thunder sounds, and the ruach at a proper period pauses, making an equal division between them. For the receptacle upon which their periods depend is as sand. Each of them at a proper session is restrained with her bridle, and turned by the power of the ruach, which thus propels according to the spacious extent of the earth. The ruach likewise of the sea is potent and strong, and as strong and as a strong power causes it to ebb, so it is driven forwards and scattered against the mountains of the earth. The Ruach of the frost has its angel. In the Ruach of hail there is a good angel. The Ruach of snow ceases in its strength, and a solitary Ruach is in it, which ascends from it like vapor, and is called refrigeration. The Ruach also of mist dwells with them in their receptacle, but it has a receptacle to itself, for its progress is in splendor, in light and in darkness, in winter and in summer. In its receptacle it is bright, and it is an angel. An abode of the Ruach of dew is in the extremities of heaven, in connection with the receptacles of rain, and its progress is in winter and in summer. The cloud produced by it and the cloud of the mist become united, one gives to the other. And when the Ruach of rain is in motion from its receptacle, angels come, and opening its receptacle, bring it forth. When likewise it is sprinkled over all the earth, it forms a union with every kind of water on the ground, for the waters remain on the ground as nourishment to the earth from El Elyon, who is in heaven. Upon this account, therefore, there is a regulation in quantity of rain, which the angels receive. These things I saw, all of them, and even paradise. So it's pretty amazing how he's describing. Thank you, sister. I appreciate it. Anyway, it's pretty amazing how he describes, the lightning, the thunder, the mist, the rain, the clouds, the winds, everything. It's got its own ruach or spirit that dwells in it, which are basically angels. I just think it's really amazing how it describes all this. And, a lot of science and stuff backs all this up. It's so amazing. And then how people don't understand is that's even more amazing, honestly. But that's a whole nother issue. In chapter 61. In those days I beheld long ropes given to those angels, who took to their wings and fled, advancing towards the north. And I inquired of the angels, saying, Wherefore have they taken those long ropes, and gone forth? He said, They are gone forth to measure. The angel who proceeded with me said, These are the measures of the righteous, and the cords shall the righteous bring, that they may trust in the name of Yahweh Sabaoth forever and ever. And the elect shall begin to dwell with the elect. And these are the measures which shall be given to belief, and shall strengthen the words of righteousness. These measures shall reveal all the secrets in the depths of the earth, and those who have been destroyed in the desert, and who have been devoured by the flesh of the sea, or fish of the sea, and by the wild beasts, shall return and trust in the day of the elect one. For none shall perish in the presence of Yahweh Sabaoth, nor shall any be capable of perishing. So it's pretty amazing, all those who have suffered and died and had horrible things happen to them, they get to be resurrected in glory, and this is what we all strive strive to do every day. This is what, at least me. I know a lot of you as well. You know, it's funny, the ones who actually strive to keep his word as it says are the ones who catch the most, scoffing and hate and bickering. I've learned to just love them from afar. Then they receive the commandment in all the heavens above, to whom a combined power, voice, and splendor, like fire, were given. And first, with voice, they blessed him, they exalted him, and they glorified him with wisdom, and ascribed to him wisdom with the word, and with the breath of life. Then Yahweh Sabaoth, seated upon the throne of his glory, the elect one, who shall judge all the works of the holy, in heaven above, and in a balance shall he weigh their actions. And when he shall lift up his countenance to judge their secret ways in the word of the name of Yahweh Sabaoth, and their progress in the path of the righteous judgment of El Elyon, they shall all speak with united voice, and bless, glorify, exalt, and praise in the name of Yahweh Sabaoth. And he shall call to every power of the heavens, to all the holy above, and to the power of Elohim, the Kevarim, the Seraphim, and the Ophanim, all the angels of power, and all the angels of Yahweh, namely the elect one, and of the other power, who is upon the earth, over the water on that day, shall rise their united voice, shall bless, glorify, praise, and exalt with the Ruach Emunah, with the Ruach Hokmah, and Netzach, with the Ruach Hesed, with the Ruach Mishpat, and Shalom, and with the Ruach Ratzon, all shall say with united voice, blessed is he, and the name of Yahweh Sabaoth shall be blessed forever and ever. All who sleep not shall bless it in heaven above. All the holy in heaven shall bless it, all the elect who dwell in the garden of life, and every Ruach of light, who is capable of blessing, glorifying, exalting, and praising your holy name, and all the flesh. More than the powers shall glorify and bless your name forever and ever. For great is the mercy of Yahweh Sabaoth. Long-suffering is he, and all his works and all his power. Great are as the things which he has done, and has revealed to the Kodashim, and to the elect, in the name of Yahweh Sabaoth. Yeah, exactly, Andrea. It shows he's in control. And why do they try to control the weather? Exactly. They try to lift themselves up. And that's it, really. This whole science, pseudoscience, garbage meant to hide our creator. And many have bought that lie. And there's so many people, there's so many atheists and people who don't believe in anything because they've been lied to their whole life, and then they believe this scientific garbage. And yeah, they've been manipulating the weather. They've been doing all kinds of stuff. It's all the principalities of the air that control it. This one might be a bit longer one. It's got a few longer chapters in it here. Alright. So, chapter 62. Thus Yahweh commanded the kings, the princes, the exalted, and those who dwell on the earth, saying, Open your eyes and lift up your horns. If you're capable of comprehending the elect one, Yahweh Sabaoth sat upon the throne of his glory, and the Ruach Sedekah was poured out over him. The word of his mouth shall destroy all the sinners and all the wicked, who shall perish at his presence. In that day shall all the kings, the princes, the exalted, and those who possess the earth stand up, behold, and perceive that he is sitting on the throne of his glory, and that before him the Kodashim shall be judged in righteousness, and that nothing which shall be spoken before him shall be in vain. You know, Messiah is just all over this. Like, that's another reason they like to throw it out. Trouble shall come upon them, as upon a woman in travail, whose labor is severe, when her child comes to the mouth of the womb, and she finds it difficult to bring forth. One portion of them shall look upon another, and they shall be astonished, and shall humble their countenance, and trouble shall seize them, when they shall behold this son of Adam sitting upon the throne of his glory. Then shall the kings, the princes, and all who possess the earth glorify him, who has dominion over all things, him who was concealed. For from the beginning the son of Adam existed in secret, which El Elyon preserved in the presence of his power, and revealed to the elect. He shall sow the assembly of the Kodashim and of the elect, and all the elect shall stand before him in that day. All the kings, the princes, the exalted, and those who rule over all the earth shall fall down on their faces before him, and shall worship him. They shall fix their hopes on the Son of Adam, and shall pray to him, and petition him for mercy. Then shall Yahweh Sabaoth hasten to expel them from his presence. Their faces shall be full of confusion, and their faces shall darkness cover. The angels shall take them to punishment, that vengeance may be inflicted on those who have oppressed his children and his elect. And they shall become an example to the Kodashim and to his elect. Through them shall these be made joyful, for the anger of Yahweh Sabaoth shall rest upon them. Then the sword of Yahweh Sabaoth shall be drunk with their blood, and the Kodashim and elect shall be safe in that day. Nor the face of the sinners and the wicked shall they thenceforward behold. Yahweh Sabaoth shall remain over them, and with the son of Adam shall they dwell, eat, lie down, and rise up, forever and ever. The Kodashim and the elect have arisen from the earth, have left off to depress their countenance, and have been clothed with the garment of life. That garment of life is with Yahweh Sabaoth, in whose presence your garment shall not wax old, nor shall your glory diminish. So it's pretty amazing how it lines up with Revelation as well. Like, just so amazing how so many things line up. It was quoted so many times by Messiah himself, and people still won't read it and toss it out. Like, it's because the teachings of men, sadly, they follow teachings of men, and when you tell them that, they get angry because the truth hurts sometimes. I just try to share his word and show you how to get to the path. Like, test everything. I say it all the time. Don't even follow me. Just test everything. That's my main motto. I'm just a student, just like everybody else. But I love all you. I love everybody. Alright, I think we'll just do a couple more chapters here, because this one was pretty long. I was figuring it would be, but... So, we'll probably do up to 65 here, and we're on 63. So chapter 63. In those days, the kings who possess the earth shall be punished by the angels of his wrath, wheresoever they shall be delivered. They shall be delivered up, that he may give rest for a short period, and that they may fall down and worship before Yahweh Sabaoth, confessing their sins before him. They shall bless and glorify Yahweh Sabaoth, saying, Blessed is Yahweh Sabaoth, Yahweh of kings, Yahweh of princes, Yahweh of the rich, Yahweh of glory, and Yahweh of wisdom. He shall enlighten every secret thing. Your power is from generation to generation, and your glory forever and ever. Deep are all your secrets and numberless, and your righteousness cannot be calculated. Now we know that we should glorify and bless Yahweh of kings, him who is king over all things. Hallelujah. They shall also say, Who has granted us rest to glorify, laud, bless, and confess in the presence of his glory? And now small is the rest we desire, but we do not find. We reject and do not possess. Light has passed away from before us, and darkness our thrones forever. For we have not confessed before him, and we have not glorified the name of Yahweh of kings. We have not glorified Yahweh in all his works, but we have trusted in the scepter of our dominion and of our glory. So these are the ones that are ruling right now. I call them the predator class. Most know them as the elites. They're predators, but they shall all bow to Yahweh. So don't worry, they're gonna get what's coming to them. And so I don't even worry about them. I'm just worried about the people they manipulate and fool. In the day of our suffering and of our trouble, he will not save us, neither shall we find rest. We confess that our Adonai is faithful in all his works, in all his judgments, and in his righteousness. In his judgment he pays no respect to persons. and we must depart from his presence on account of our deeds. All our sins are truly without number. Then shall they say to themselves, our souls are satiated with the instruments of crime, but that prevents us not from descending to the flaming womb of Sheol. Afterwards, their countenance shall be filled with darkness and confusion before the Son of Adam, from whose presence they shall be expelled, and before whom the sword shall remain to expel them. Thus says Yahweh Sevaot, this is the decree and the judgment against the princes and the kings, the exalted, and those who possess the earth, in the presence of Yahweh Sevaot. So that was, as I said, just about the predator class, the elite, the puppet masters. Alright, so 64, we'll stop here at 64, because 65 is, it's going to be the vision of Noah. So, I don't want to get halfway into that and then have to stop. So, I think 64 is a good stopping point. So, 64. I saw also other countenances in that secret place. I heard the voice of an angel saying, these are the angels who have descended from heaven to earth, and have revealed secrets to the sons of men, and have seduced the sons of men to the commission of sin. Alright. So, we'll stop it right there for this evening. But, give me just a second here. Keep forgetting to turn my phone on silent. Okay. So, yeah, it's just pretty much what we've been reading the last couple weeks is basically what's the same thing that's said in Revelation. And it's all about the Messiah as well, you know. And that's the whole thing. Enoch prophesied about the Messiah so much. And Yah also showed him the course of everything. He basically showed him everything, really. It's really sad that there's so much separation and division over small matters, and then it's just rampant lately. And then there's some ministries even promoting division and separation. Like, it's really sad, honestly. You know, I'm not pushing anything on anybody. I just get tired of saying the same thing hundreds and hundreds of times. And like, I've done all my research. I don't know everything. There's no way I'm ever going to know anything. But I'm still going to research always and never stop learning what I can. And all I want to do is share what I've learned with people. And there's a lot of people that appreciate it and love it, and I get so many thank yous, and that means a whole lot. It means a whole lot more than all the scoffers and mockers that come, who think they know everything, and just want to attack and belittle. Over the slightest of things, it's honestly mind-boggling. Like I shared that meme I shared that meme. What was it about? How followers of Messiah called themselves. They followed the way because Messiah is the way. Like straight up. And there's like 50 plus verses that they describe themselves as followers of the way and not Sarim, not Christians. The only couple times that Christians is mentioned was because the Romans used it as a derogatory term. So the people who they're talking to only knew them as this derogatory term. And that's the whole thing. I'm not saying it to attack people who call themselves Christians. No, I'm not saying that or doing that at all. But people will come at me like I'm doing that. And I'm like, I'm just trying to show what I found in my research. Like, if you want to call yourself a Christian, that's 100% fine. Like, I'm not going to associate myself with that name because there's so much behind it that's negative and not of Yah. Like, I don't want to associate myself with that, so I prefer to say I follow the way, and I am a Natsarim. It takes the work of a true holy Ruach to bring understanding, and they are the Pharisees. They have hardened hearts. Absolutely, sister. They're Pharisees and Philistines. Honestly. Pharisees and Philistines. And it's like, yeah. I was just saying though, like I was attacked over that post. And I asked, like, legitimately, what was belittling, rude, or harsh, or anything bad about that post at all. I was just showing scriptures and context. And, like, they just wouldn't stop with it. And I'm like, well, you're not understanding. You're not understanding. Yeah, I'm not, because you're coming at me because I posted scriptures and context. But then you're agreeing, but disagreeing. Like, and then coming at me because you disagree, but you agree. I don't know. I pray for everybody. I've lost brothers and sisters who I've known for years, and because of small trivial matters that really they're not even a salvation issue. Like, they will block and call you a false teacher for it. Like, it's happened to me. Brothers, I've been there when no one else has been there for them, have turned their back on me because of menial, trivial matters. And it's sad. And then all these ministries going around promoting it. I'm not about separation at all. And we shouldn't be hating and bashing each other and being keyboard warriors, because admit it, most of these people won't even say these things to someone's face. Trust me. Like, everything I'll say to someone's face, honestly. I have, and I will. Like, that's how we're supposed to do it. It's because I'm not rude and I'm not trying to demean or be hateful. I do everything in love. And that's how I try to be. So I will go to somebody into their face and say that. It's the ones that sit behind the keyboard. You're blasphemy. You're an abomination. You're this and you're that. And it's like, whoa. All I did was post scriptures and what they say. If you don't agree, keep scrolling. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know how many of you also watch the Parable of the Vineyard channel, but Brother Adam helped to open my eyes about 4 years ago. I've been studying scriptures about 12, 13 years, and it wasn't until about 3.5, 4 years ago, like, that my eyes were truly opened. Like, a lot of people think because I've only been in Torah 3-4 years that I'm some kind of newbie, I don't know anything. No, I've been studying the Bible actually half of my life, if not most of my life. I started reading it in my early 20s. Granted, I had no idea what any of it meant back then. But ever since my early 20s, I've been reading it. There's times, I'm not going to say every day because Yah only knows. But I've tried and I've done my best. And honestly, it doesn't matter how long. It's about the Ruach in your heart. And there's too many people that attack and judge. And again, another brother I've known for years. I knew him personally. He lives in Tucson, actually. Straight attacked me because I'm defending sisters who are stuck in this disgusting polygamous marriages and situations with disgusting, prideful brothers. And because I'm trying to help these people stuck in these situations, I'm the one twisting scripture, and I don't know what I'm talking about. I've known Torah for 2 hours and blah blah blah. And it's like, look, I didn't attack anybody, but it says what it says, and Messiah emphasized what it says many a time. And that's the whole thing. We're supposed to follow Messiah. But as soon as people don't like the doctrine, they ain't following. Well, now Messiah's adding to this and that. No, he's not. You just don't like what he said. So now you're going to make some kind of excuse. And it's plain and simple. And it's really sad, honestly. And there's too many debates over trivial matters. Anyway, I was going to discuss, the flood that happened to, a parable of the vineyard. And, where they were celebrating Passover, which, in my opinion, I'm not being mean or rude. I'm being totally loving. But I believe that it was a warning, to perhaps reconsider what calendar you're following. There was no lives lost, thank Yah. And I pray for all of them, and I'm so thankful that nobody was hurt. And there was material things lost, but honestly, we're supposed to be in our homes for Passover. That's why Yah said, remain in your homes. Passover's not really like a gathering. Again, I'm not being rude or hateful. And I love everybody. I love Brother Adam. I'm just saying maybe yeah, put his words in different contexts, yeah. But anyway, I just think it was a warning to say, hey, maybe you should rethink the calendar you're following. Maybe don't toss out a bunch of opinions, because when you have a lot of followers, even your opinions people will take as doctrine. So you have to be really careful. And that's why I would say, don't even follow me. Test everything. I tried my best not to give any opinions of my own personal opinions. I just try to go off context. I'm not saying I don't, but I do my best not to give personal opinions. But if you're just giving personal opinions and you have lots of followers, you got to really consider things. And when you're adding 13th months and getting warnings, I mean, I can just pray for you. And I think it's kind of ridiculous to people that were throwing hate at them and everything. And that's not what I'm doing. That's not what I want anybody to do. Everyone needs prayer and love and discernment and guidance. That's why we all need each other. I just think it was a warning because of the calendar that they're following. I mean, it's obviously not spring. If it is, it's late spring, early summer. You know, the book of Enoch we've read describes, you know, the year begins after the spring equinox. So when it goes from winter to spring, that time where the sun has equal parts right there, that's when the new year will begin. Is not 2 months later. As we read in Jubilees, you know, people will make their own times and there'll really be abominations and you'll get warnings. And if you don't heed the warnings and you just take them as something else, I don't know. But I'm not here to bash. We should pray for them. And they do need help because a lot of people lost a lot of things. And I do pray for them all. You know, there's just so many differences and so many things that cause so much separation. And I just hate all the separation and arguments and fights. We need to come together and help guide each other more. You know, if I'm wrong, please come to me in love and be respectful, just like I would do to anybody else. Just like I do. And even that, like, it's just respect. And yeah, Sister Andrea, I follow the Zadok calendar, and I have four or five videos. I have them in a playlist actually about the Zadok calendar and why it's scriptural and why I follow it. Basically, it's not my personal videos. I mirrored them from a brother, but honestly, I couldn't have done a better job myself. And everything he says, I agree with. Like, it's very rare, but it's all you can find the same videos on the Zadok Way YouTube channel. But there's about 4 presentations, about an hour and a half each, that he shows scriptural context and studies and everything that just shows it'll blow your mind, trust me. And it was very confusing for me as well. I prayed and prayed and prayed to Yah before I even started researching the calendars, because it was already a huge topic. It still is a huge topic. That's why I don't push it. Like, I follow the Zadok. That's what I was led. That's what I was shown by Yah, actually. Because I prayed and I fasted and I prayed on the calendar. And I basically begged him, please just make some sense and please show me. And that's when just everything about the Zadok calendar just started coming at me, like articles and videos and scriptures, everything just started pointing me towards the Zadok calendar. That's my testimony about it. So, I mean, that's why I follow it. It lines up. It's super easy. It's amazingly easy. It's amazingly accurate. You don't have to follow it if you don't choose to. You know, I'm not pushing anything on anybody, but test it. I did, and it passed. It passed. But I just think if you're a huge Torah, I'm not gonna say teacher, but a leader. Hey, shalom, brother. D Wookie, right? But I'm just saying, if you're like a huge person in the Torah community, and you're just tossing out opinions left and right, like, you gotta really be careful, because people are gonna follow you and take those as doctrine. And when you're adding 13 months and this and that, You're tossing out Jubilees but accepting Jasher. When in the first 3 chapters, Jasher changes everything up. And is not found. Jasher's not found in the Dead Sea Scrolls at all. Jubilees is the third most common find in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Jubilees lines up 100% as we've read on my channel. Jasher, which we're going to read on my channel soon. Yeah, I've been really busy. I'm working on it. And we're gonna go line by line, and I'll show you how within the first 3 chapters it's already changed scriptures dramatically. And if that's the case, that's when you know a book should not be followed. People, well, it's mentioned in 2 Samuel and da-da-da-da, Yeah, it was common practice back when this book was written, the book of Jasher was written, to make frauds of books mentioned in scriptures. It's simple to look up. Honestly, it's simple to look up. And it's simple to do your own research on it as well. Really. Just the first 3 chapters. You can read the story of Cain and Abel and read the story of Enoch. And they're completely changed in the book of Jasher. Completely. They made Cain and Abel a fight over land and flocks, completely nullifying the sacrificial system. They ascribed Enoch as a leader of men, not a judge of the watchers, as Enoch himself describes himself as a judge of the watchers. Then they completely leave the fallen angels out and ascribe all the sin to Cain. But then they also make him some kind of prophesying Moses figure with tablets. Yeah, 1783. Exactly, yeah. It's so many inaccuracies, and people are taking this book and running with it as scripture, and leaders in Torah community are doing this, and that's why be careful. I learned the hard way not to follow man. And that's why I don't. You can tell me something until you're blue in the face. If it doesn't line up with scriptures, I'm not gonna accept it. If you can show me with scriptures and prove with scriptures, then I'm gonna consider that and I'm gonna test it. Which actually a lot of brothers and sisters do. And I thank you guys. But anyways, enough babbling for me. I talk people's ears off, apparently. Nah. I like talking though. I don't have many people to talk to around here. Everybody who I find fellowship with, either they leave or something happens, and it's just minute differences, and they're gone. Bye. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. Thank you, Sister Andrea, Brother D. I'm surprised Sister Alyssa isn't here, but it's okay. And thank you all for who watch later and don't join me live. But if you're able to, I'd love for you all to join me live. Type your questions, comments, concerns, whatever. I'll gladly answer them. And I'm just here as a student, and I'm here to help. So, thank you. And please like and share and subscribe if you haven't already. And join me next week. And we're going to be doing part 8. And we're going to be getting into the vision of Noah. Excuse me. And it's pretty exciting. All the extra biblical books I've read on my channel, I highly recommend you read them as well. It's every single one I've read they line up 100%. Testament of Abraham, Testament of Moses, Apocalypse of Moses, Testament of the 12 Patriarchs. You know, everything I've read, it lines up. And I recommend you all test it as well. And if you haven't watched them, I recommend you watch them. You know, I think it was Apocalypse of Abraham was my first live reading. You can kind of tell because, you know, I didn't have, you know, where is it? That. I was barely learning this studio setup here, how to go live. I think it was actually, I just straight up streamed it from Facebook, or not Facebook, YouTube. And I mean, you can stream like that, but you can't add switches and streams and breaks and stuff like that. You would straight up have to, you just have to read like this. Anyways, I babble. Thank you guys. I hope you have a blessed week and a blessed evening. Please join me next week. And shalom, shalom, shalom.